Okay, fourth time trying to make this video despite dying microphones and one day of slight illness and everything like that. I'm making this video while I'm in Berlin. The TV's on. Hello Don, hello Luke, hello Desmond, welcome back to my life. Rebels out there, I am sorry that I can spare you only this single sentence, but this video is for my kids, so while you are free to watch, I am talking to them. I am currently on the other side of the world from you on a surprise vacation. No regrets, I'm having a ton of fun, but I miss you, I love you, and I wanted to make this message for you. Hobbits, as you well know, because you are my children, tend to give other people small presents on their birthdays. So this is what this is. This is my small birthday gift to you. I am 40. It is my birthday, or was a couple of days ago. A fun fact, my father was 39 when I was born. On his 40th birthday, I was less than 5 months old. Whereas on my 40th birthday, I have a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 12-year-old. On one hand, I feel way ahead of the game. On the other hand, it does tend to make one feel a little inadequate in a weird way. So I hate making videos without a point, without like a real story of my own that has a beginning, middle, and an end. So many times in my life, people have said, why don't you make a video about this? And the answer is always that I don't feel like I necessarily have anything to say about that, or I don't know what story I would tell about it. I could just recite facts and data about it, but if I don't have a story that I'm telling that has that beginning, middle, and end, any video would feel to me like a complete waste of time. So what is the beginning of our story here? The beginning, the very beginning, is that it is my 40th birthday, and I'm away from you, and I miss you, and I love you so much. I love you so much more than you can possibly even understand right now. Possibly more than you will ever fully understand. I don't know. I can't see the future. But the first real reason that I wanted to make this video, sort of the beginning of this story, is that I am very sad that I haven't heard my dad's voice in 10 years, or my mother's voice for 16 years. I've mentioned this to you before in person, I've probably mentioned it before on this YouTube channel, but one of the reasons that I started a YouTube channel in the first place, a primary goal of the whole thing, was so that you could always click a button and see and hear me like that. In my day, back when I was growing up, the closest thing we had to that were camcorders and those black DV tapes that they used to record. I don't have time to explain what those are, look it up. And without the ability to play that back easily, it is very unusual for me to be able to see or hear my parents anymore. And it is impossible for me to hear the things that I would most like to hear from them, because as far as I'm aware, there is no audio or visual recording of them saying those things. They said these things to me a million times in person. I can always replay them in my mind, but I can never see or hear them again. And as you will probably learn as you get older, unless the singularity pops off real quick, I feel like memory tends to lose its luster over time. And if you're like me, you will start to wish that you had something a little bit more concrete than just your memories to review. Now here's the tricky thing. I don't know what you will most want to hear from me as you get older. When you are at your lowest and you just need to hear your dad's voice, I do not know what words you will most need to hear that voice, my voice, say. So all I can really do is tell you what I wish I could hear again, what I would do almost anything to hear from the people I will never again be able to hear it from. Don, Luke, Desmond, I love you. I love you so much. From the moment you came into existence, I have loved you more than could possibly be expressed in mere words. If you told me you needed me and I could be there for you or do anything for you, nothing could stop me from doing that. No promise I could make or vow I could swear would supersede that. Nothing is more important to me than being there for you and showing you how much I love you. You've heard me say this a million times. You will hear me say it a million more times. You are stuck with it. But I wanted to say it again now, and I wanted to sit down and actually write it out and record it, to really try and communicate as best I can how much I mean this. So that is the first reason that I made this video. If you ever feel like you need to hear me say that and I'm not immediately within arm's reach or a phone call away for you to hear it, now you can click a button and hear it whenever you want. I love you. You are everything to me. Mom and I work so incredibly hard, and it is all for you. I want you to be happy. I want you to have everything in this world. I am so proud of you. You are like the thing I am proudest of having done in my whole life. I am proud of you for the amazing people that you are, and I am proud of the things that I have done to help turn you into those amazing people. Whatever flaws I recognize in myself, and they're there, I know that one of the best things I've ever done is what I have done to contribute to the incredible people you are and that you will continue to be. Okay, what is the middle of this story? Where are we going next with this whole thing? I am a human being, and that means that I am flawed. If you are not aware of this fact, it will become abundantly clear as you get older. For my part, I have tried to be honest with you. I have tried to give you a complete picture of myself. I have told you about basically the worst things that I've ever done, even if I sometimes couch them in terms that wouldn't like traumatize your childhood. And to be clear, like if I'm looking at it objectively, I haven't like really been that bad, but the bad that I have been, I have tried to let you know that that is a part of myself as much as the things that I know that you love about me. Maybe as you get older, maybe you will see things that I have done in a different light. Maybe one day you will think that the worst thing I ever did was something I don't even think is bad. I don't know. I cannot see the future. Regardless of where you stand on it now, I want you to know at whatever point in the future you are watching this video, that how incredible you are as people helps me feel better about whatever I may have gotten wrong in my life. Your mom and I have talked about this endlessly. We're always like, well, this wasn't great, and this was pretty bad, and this was a disaster, but the kids, we really got something right with the kids. And I think you will need to hear this. Probably not now, but definitely later. In a YouTube video that's now deleted, a man named Taliesin Jaffe once said something to the effect that he one day looked around and realized that his parents were gone and he didn't know who he was trying to impress anymore. That hit me like a truck when I saw that, because I realized that the same thing had been happening to me and I had never spotted it. I realized that I had been trying to impress my parents who were no longer there to impress, and so I could never again receive that external validation that I was looking for. So let that be another reason that this video exists. Kids, you did it. Holy shit. I think you're amazing. And I swear to God, that's true. At whatever point you're watching this video, I don't care. I don't care. I think you're amazing. You might not believe it every time you watch this video. I don't know what's going on with you right now. I don't know. I can't see the future. But my dudes, you are amazing. That will be true even if you have given up on big dreams and become an accountant. That will be true if you have achieved your wildest dreams and become internationally famous artists and musicians. That will be true if you have been unemployed for a while and can't seem to find a job. Even if, especially if you don't believe me right now whenever you're watching this video, I think you're amazing. I think that you are incredible, truly incredible people. Does this sound like platitudes? Does this sound like the thing every dad is supposed to say about his children? Fine, let's make it more real. Let us talk about some specific ways in which you are amazing right now. Dawn, you are simply the hardest working person I know, frankly. I think you work harder than me and Mom, and you care so much about your friends, and you keep so much information readily available in your mind. You are so logistically brilliant. You are able to spout off so quickly more information than I can remember, even if I write it down. You keep so many plates spinning and you almost never let a single one of them drop. It is astounding to me how much you are able to accomplish, even though you only have the same hours in the day as the rest of us. Luke, you're goddamn hilarious. Seriously, I love every single joke you text me and every single joke you tell me in person, and I love how hard you work to make your friends and family and loved ones laugh and be entertained and be happy, and you're so good at it. And you are so good at arguing and debate that sometimes it's a little hard to parent you, because I'm like, Luke, it is time for you to go to bed. And you're like, well, actually, according to the rules that you and Mom established previously, and flip, 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 I can stay up playing video games. And I'm like, I didn't come here for a debate. I came here to get you to bed. Desmond, you are one of the kindest and most emotionally intelligent people I know, child or adult. You think about other people so much, and you make so many gifts for people, and you are so loving and work so hard to make people smile. It It is incredible. I have your stories and your art scattered around the house and in piles in my drawers because you are so endlessly creative. You're musical, you can play multiple instruments, and it seems like every month you're acquiring a new hobby that you then get really good at because you are always trying to find new ways to create things that people will love. Okay. Do you believe me now? I am not just a doting father. I have spent a lot of time with the three of you, and I have seen the good, and I have seen the bad. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. You are truly amazing people. But you are also people. You are not perfect because no one is. But I believe, truly, you are a cut above the norm. You can do amazing things that are unique to you that no one else can do. This doesn't mean you have to or that you're beholden to. Maybe you're watching this 10 years from now or 20. Maybe you have different strengths and different areas of concentration than the ones that I'm talking about here. I don't know. I can't see the future. That is not the point. The point is not the specific ways in which you are incredible right now. The point is that I have known many amazing people in my life, and you are three of them. I'm gonna say something a little controversial here. Maybe not everyone is gonna like this. Some people say that all children are full of wonder and limitless potential. And I don't think that's true. I'm so sorry to say this, but some kids suck and I don't like them. If other people are watching this and you think that I'm talking about your kid, I promise I'm not. It is other people's kids. No one I'm talking about is ever gonna see this video. But Dawn, Luke, Desmond, you are amazing kids. You are so good at so many things, and you care about things, and you try. I don't even know if you realize how low of a bar that is that so many people do not clear. Merely trying to do good and cool things is like, boy, you're halfway there. If you're watching this in the future and you don't feel awesome right now, if you don't feel like an amazing person, that is fine. Honestly, I promise you, that is fine. No one feels awesome all the time. Some people go through periods in their life, sometimes long periods, where they feel not just not awesome, but shitty, like an actual shitty person. If you are watching this at some point in your life where that is how you are feeling about yourself, it's okay. I promise you, you're gonna be okay. Maybe you really are doing badly, or maybe you have done some bad shit. But I'm telling you that the core person, the little ball of person that is at the center of whatever you've got going on is awesome and exceptional, and I know it because I've seen it. And just remembering that fact, or having someone tell you that fact, can be the start of the road back to feeling better about yourself. See, that is another reason that I decided I wanted to make this video. I have had so many times in my life where I have done shitty things or hurt people, and it made me feel shitty in the moment, and it made me wonder, even if briefly, if I really was a shitty person, deep down. And those have been the times where I would do anything to talk to my parents again. Because I know what they would say. I truly do. I know without a doubt. There's no question in my mind on whether they would support me or anything like that. But it is not enough to know what they would say. I want to hear it. I would do anything to hear it. A few days ago, I was on a beach in California, and I happened to end up on the very same pier where I scattered my dad's ashes after he passed. So I took a quiet moment to myself and I talked to it. I talked about some rough things that I had gone through and some things about myself where I wish I felt better about myself. And I know exactly what he would have said. I do. It was actually like I could hear his voice replying to me and talking back to me. But I didn't hear his voice talking back to me because I can't. And I haven't been able to for a decade. So if that is where you're at, I want you to hear this message now. And if you think I don't know what I'm talking about, if you think I made this video so long ago and it's in the future and circumstances are different and I would feel differently if I could know what was going on right now, I promise you that is not true. And that will never be true. I don't care how old you are, I don't care what you've got going on or what else is going on. Remember that I've known you all for more than a decade now, and that is longer than I've known most of my friends in my life. And I've spent more time with you than anyone except Mom during that time that I've known you. I know you. I know what you're really like, and you're awesome. I'm sorry, you just are. You're freaking cool. Not like jock cool. No Robinson is ever going to be jock cool. But actually cool person cool. I am so proud to be related to you. I am so happy that I am associated with you in any way. Whatever else you've got going on right now, the you that is you is freaking awesome. and I love you. If you're in the middle of some bad times, well, you're gonna sort your shit out. Sorry, that's just how it goes. I know you're gonna do it. You're gonna get through it. Get on it. Let's get going. You will figure it out. You're gonna do fine. And things will be better than they are right now, even if things are very good right now. So then, what is the end of this story? Where am I going with all of this? Well, the truth is that I have wanted to make a video like this for a very long time, basically actually since the very start of my YouTube channel. So why haven't I? Why am I only making it now? Ah, mystery. Well, aside from having the excuse of having my 40th birthday and wanting to use that special occasion to finally make this video, I have learned something after 12 years on YouTube. 12 years? That cannot be right. Let me check my hairline from the first video. Oh, wow, yeah, 12 years makes sense. That's depressing. All right, let's quickly move on from that existential crisis. I never made this video before because it felt weirdly final in a way. It felt like I had to make this definitive statement, like this thing that would be perfectly expressed and then would never have to be said again. Some perfect golden standard of a video that would stand on its own forever. And I've realized that that video would be impossible to make. I have loved you from the moment you existed, and I will continue to love you for the rest of my existence. And that love continues to grow and evolve over time. You won't be the same person that you are now in 5 years or 10 years, or if the singularity does pop off, in 1,000. But what will not change is the fact that I love you. The fact that I think you are amazing and an incredible person who can do incredible things that no one else can do. That will always be true, and I will always want you to know it, and I will always want you to remember. And in the future, I'm sure that I will find new ways to tell you how incredible and amazing you are and how I love you in brand new ways I couldn't have envisioned. Hell, I probably could have made this video once a year since I started making videos, and you would have seen 12 different versions of it by now. To be clear, this is not to say that I'm going to start doing this every year. Maybe I will. But based on the consistency of my videos in the past, probably not. So the end of this story is that this story has no end. I love you. And no matter when you're watching this video, if it's as it releases, or 10 years from now, or 1,000 years from now in some impossibly advanced techno-space society, I still love you. And you are amazing to me. And no matter when you're watching this video, you are still amazing to me. I can't see the future, but this I know with absolute certainty. If you ever need to hear me say that, I will come to you or I will call you, and I will say that right to your face holes. But if I can't, for any reason, that is why I wanted to make this video. Never ever forget how much Mom and I care about you. Never ever forget what incredible people we think you are. And if you ever doubt that about yourself, listen to us. We're your parents. We know what we're talking about. That is all I've got for you today, kids. I will see you in just a couple of days. Heads up! I am going to hug you. I don't know when I'm going to be able to stop. You've been warned. And until then, bye.